Okay, hello, greetings and welcome. Alright, so this next video we are going to look at a little bit of theory in Wing Chun Kung Fu. And Wing Chun is an art that was formed in an era where there was a lot of long fist, big swinging type movements in martial arts, and then the movements were refined down to make them more efficient. So instead of making a big movement, it was tuned to a small movement. Now, in that process, what some people forget is that you have to take big power and condense it into the small movement. If you have a small movement, small power, it's not very functional. So what we want to do with training in Wing Chun is take big power and put it into a small package. So how do we do that? We train big and we make the movement smaller, smaller and smaller and smaller. It's pretty obvious. If you train small from the beginning, you have small power. If you train big, get big power, and then tighten it up, tighten all the springs up, thicken them up, you have big power and a small movement. So this is an obvious development. So we're going to do a couple movements that are throwing exercises. I want you to do your whole body pore breathing to start with. So breathe in through the pores, expand the ball, breathe out through the pores, condense the ball. And get the joints opening with the diaphragm and then compressing, pushing open even further as you release and breathe out. So this in and out breathing cycle, you want to breathe with your joints, pull the joints open, push the joints open, pull the joints open, push the joints open. Once you have the whole body pore breathing in through the skin, out through the skin, in and out of the joints, opening the joints up, then we're going to roll this end of the ball over, turn to the side, close this hip, stretch away from the ball slightly, and throw. So stretch away and throw. Now once we've done throwing action on both sides a few times, you're going to find that as you drop your body weight and throw, you can unlink the body and just let the energy go, or you can link the body and pull your body weight into the throw. Now there are two different types of mechanics. If you throw for speed, all your joints are going to snap open and it may give you a little bit of pain around your joints. But if you throw into your core, sort of like you're throwing this way, and draw in, then what happens is your body weight connects onto your hand as it pulls in. So your body weight through elasticity ends up there. So if you weigh 80 kilos, you got 80 kilos of accelerating force on your hand. This is pretty amazing. So you really want to be tuning into that and go, okay, how do I get this 80 kilos to arrive on my hand by pulling the stretch into my core rather than throwing the stretch out of my core. So this pulling in versus throwing out is the difference between linking and unlinking the body. Okay, so we've gone throw the energy out, pull the energy in. Now as I pull the energy in, this is a tighter curve, a bit like ward off and Tai Chi. It's not all the way out there, it's drawn back. Why? More connected mass is going to pull onto your frame and it's going to tighten and put power onto your frame. So once we've done the first one, spin, second one, spin, third, fourth, fifth, make sure the elbow's down on the sixth, 7, 8, inwards, outwards, back to the ball. And then do the other arm. So we're doing the throwing exercise with the left arm, doing throwing exercise with the right arm. This activates the fascia and connects mass. When you activate the fascia and you connect your mass onto a movement, you reduce the amount of use of muscle. Now this is really important. If I contract a little bit when I throw, and I try to load my body, I'm going to slow the movement down. I'm actually going to disconnect my mass. So muscle tension isolates mass into a line of tension. Fascia activation disperses mass across the whole body, so you have more weight arriving in the throwing action as you throw. So this type of thinking, super important. Okay, so to activate fascia, it's a matter of relaxation, softening and opening the joints, do the throwing exercises. If you've been following my videos, there's these rebounding force exercises. Now, rebounding force is where you touch your partner's base, you drop and stretch underneath them, you put a trampoline under the base, then you drop your body weight and their body weight if they're giving you a feed into the trampoline under their base, and you give them a bounce. This type of training connects your mass and makes your mass move with a kinetic wave. So you need to add these extra exercises into each shape where you want to generate more power, get more connected mass, do the rebounding force exercises from other videos, and as your mass arrives through the connected stretched line, it hits tension inside your partner's body. Of course, if your partner doesn't have any tension, there's nothing to hit. But the objective is to knock your opponent out or stop them, not to bounce them. So the bouncing exercises are used for activating the fascia and developing power. They're not a martial technique. They could be, but not really. We want to get the bouncing exercises moving large amounts of mass through the body, so that when you stretch and fire your body weight through your hands, that you automatically feel that kinetic load that you're activating through your fascia, through your muscles, through your tendons, will fire through whatever you're connecting to and stretching through, and create an effect, whether it's to bounce or knock out or break a bone or whatever it might be for your particular need, your situation. Okay, so this internal wave activating fascia requires a particular feeling, a particular type of relaxation. So this particular type of relaxation is amplified when you do whole body vital breathing. Now, whole body vital breathing connects weight and fascia together, but it's not the fastest way to move. You need to relax that tension off a little bit if you want more speed. So if I stretch my hands out, relax, hang the muscles, open the joints, I'm in a state in which I'm connecting a large feeling of vital energy. My body's springy and it's connected, but it's not moving fast. I have to loosen it just a little bit if I want to increase the speed inside the movement. So there's a relationship between relaxing, hanging the muscles, opening the joints, activating the fascia, stretching everything open, and then moving weight through it. And you tune that stretch so as you throw your technique, that your whole body weight is going to move through. Then how fast can it move through, and how can you tune it to move through faster and faster and faster? So this journey, this way of developing your technique is all about what Chinese call Chun. Means to relax from one state to another. It doesn't mean to relax into a limp state. It could mean that if that was the objective, but Chun is transform. Use the quality of relaxation, transform from one state to another. And in the context of an internal martial art, it means to transform energy from muscle tension and stress into fascia tension, yes, stress, facial elastic stress, and tune that elastic stress to vitality, vital force, release time on it to produce chi, and condense that chi and use it martially to suit the technique you want to use. So it's a process. Chun is the bridge between muscle tension, change muscle, to tendon, ligament, fascia, that first muscle change. Then from fascia to Jin, vital force. From vital force to Qi. That's a time aspect. When you slow the Jin down, it becomes Qi. This takes minutes to learn. Go to the building the wall video. Go through that one a few times until you get the feeling, tune your hands, stretch and tune the whole body to that feeling, and then slow it down and you have a Qi phenomena taking place. You can experience and feel Qi in a few hours. It's just simply a magnetic fluid which runs through your body. Willpower, breath, stretch, condense them, and then release time to produce Qi. Very, very straightforward. It doesn't take long. It's a very fast process. What takes long is cultivation. To cultivate and condense the Qi and to give it function. That takes time. To feel it, some people feel it all the time, but they don't know what it is, they can't label it, so they just leave it as a part of their bodily sensations. Other people don't feel it. So depending on what your nature is, your body, the way you relate to your environment, the more contracted you are to you, The less you may feel, the more expanded and empathic you are to your environment, the more you may feel, depending on your nature. Okay, we'll leave it there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for your time.